U.S. eyes a $100 billion arms deal with Saudi. But the real prize remains locked away as Trump prepares for a major visit to Riyadh. Saudi dreams of flying the F-35 stealth fighter are set for another brutal reality check, blocked by Israel's qualitative military edge. Riyadh looks east to Turkey's homegrown Kinjet, a new stealth contender shaking up Middle Eastern skies in a high-stakes race for air dominance. Alliances are shifting, ambitions are soaring, and the battle for fifth-generation supremacy has just begun as U.S. President Donald Trump gears up for a major visit to Saudi Arabia this May. A headline-grabbing $100 billion arms deal is said to be in the works. Yet at the heart of the kingdom's ambitions lies a more elusive prize: the Lockheed Martin F-35 stealth fighter, a pursuit that may once again remain out of reach when President Trump steps off Air Force One in Riyadh. He is expected to unveil the extensive arms package aimed at reinforcing Saudi Arabia's security architecture. But the highly anticipated announcement will notably exclude the coveted F-35 fighter, according to Reuters. Much of the weaponry included in the Trump package will mirror offers made during his first presidential term. This reflects a consistent pattern of U.S. military support to Riyadh, one that previous administrations, including President Biden's, have sought to leverage to secure broader strategic gains, such as normalizing Saudi-Israeli relations. According to sources cited by Reuters, Saudi Arabia has long coveted the F-35, regarded globally as the most advanced multi-role stealth aircraft. However, three individuals familiar with the ongoing negotiations have cautioned that while the aircraft remains high on Riyadh's wish list, a deal to secure it is unlikely to materialize during Trump's high-profile visit. The development casts a spotlight not only on the strategic allure of the F-35, but also on the evolving U.S.-Saudi defense partnership at a time when tensions across the Gulf and wider Middle East remain high. For Riyadh, acquiring the F-35 is about far more than technological prowess. The fifth-generation jet would considerably bolster Saudi Arabia's air capabilities currently anchored around platforms such as the F-15 Eagle and Eurofighter Typhoon. Facing persistent threats from Iranian-aligned groups and Houthi missile strikes emanating from Yemen, Saudi military planners view the F-35 stealth profile, sensor fusion, and networked warfare abilities as essential to maintaining regional air dominance in comparison to its nearest rivals, Russia's Sukhoi 57 and China's J-20. The F-35 is considered superior, boasting combat-proven systems and advanced data integration capabilities that allow it to dominate in complex battle environments. For Saudi Arabia, securing the F-35 would represent both a major leap forward in defense capabilities and a tangible symbol of its deepening alliance with Washington. Yet obstacles remain, chief among them Israel. At the heart of the F-35 deadlock is Israel's qualitative military edge policy. This doctrine mandates that Israel must retain overwhelming technological superiority over any neighboring military force, a policy codified in U.S. law. This framework not only guarantees Israel's possession of the most advanced military technologies, but also ensures its forces can counter potential threats with minimal casualties and infrastructure damage. Maintaining this edge has been a bipartisan cornerstone of U.S. foreign policy for decades. In practical terms, this means that any potential sale of advanced systems, including fifth-generation fighters to Arab states, undergoes rigorous scrutiny in Washington. With Israel's security calculus a decisive factor, Israeli officials have consistently lobbied against the transfer of fifth-generation fighter technology to Arab states, fearing it could erode their strategic advantage. Diplomatic and defense officials indicate that while discussions around a potential future sale of the F-35 will continue, the likelihood of clinching a deal during Trump's trip remains exceedingly slim. For the time being, Saudi Arabia must continue to observe the world's most sophisticated fighter from a distance, as Riyadh's F-35 ambitions remain stalled. Intriguing new developments suggest Saudi Arabia may be looking elsewhere to fulfill its fifth-generation fighter dreams. Reports emerging from Turkish media indicate that Saudi Arabia is now exploring a possible acquisition of up to 110 stealth fighters. Turkey's answer to the F-35 high-level talks were recently held in Istanbul, involving key figures such as Saudi Air Force Commander Turki bin Bandar al-Saad, Saudi Deputy Minister of Defense Khalid bin Hussein al-Badri, and Turkish Defense Industries Chief Haluk Gergen. Officials have reportedly discussed major cooperation projects, including Saudi Arabia's potential participation in Turkey's ambitious Khan program. This follows Riyadh's recent purchase of Turkey's Bayraktar Ikinci unmanned combat aerial vehicle, with reports suggesting that the Saudis are seeking joint production rights and technology transfer agreements for both the drone and the Khan fighter manufactured by Turkish Aerospace Industries. The Khan conducted its maiden flight in February 2025, a milestone that propelled Turkey into an elite club of nations capable of building indigenous fifth-generation fighters. Ankara aims to deliver token aircraft to its own air force by 2028, with plans to export the jet to allied nations, such as Pakistan and Azerbaijan. Turkey's T-FA Khan and America's F-35 Lightning II are both billed as cutting-edge fifth-generation multi-role stealth fighters, but they're at very different stages of their journey. The Khan, built by Turkish Aerospace Industries, only made its maiden flight in February 2025, while Lockheed Martin's F-35 has been soaring through missions since 2006. Both jets are designed for stealth, though the F-35 technology is already battle-proven when it comes to speed. The Khan might just have the edge with a projected top speed of Mach 1.8 compared to the F-35 Mach 1.6. However, the F-35 outpaces it on range, flying over 2,200 kilometers on internal fuel, more than double what the Khan is expected to manage in terms of firepower. The Khan will carry indigenous and NATO's standard weapons, but the F-35 has a much broader arsenal, including the ability to deploy nuclear weapons. On the tech front, the Khan boasts next-gen radar and AI-driven electronic warfare systems, but it's still undergoing testing, while the F-35 advanced avionics are already operational around the world. Turkey is aiming to export the Khan to allies like Pakistan and Azerbaijan, while the F-35 is firmly established, serving in over 17 countries and on price. The Khan is estimated at $100 to $120 million a jet, while the F-35A variant comes in at a slightly lower $80 million as Saudi Arabia seeks to secure advanced fifth-generation capabilities. The shift towards Turkish fighter jets marks a significant pivot in its defense strategy, while F-35 negotiations remain stalled. The evolving partnership with Turkey could redefine regional air power dynamics in the coming years.